Okay, good afternoon, folks. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I couldn't get my stream to work. So, hope everyone is well. I was looking at this, just that possible lower high, but it's a little bit choppy then. It's a little bit too close to the open, so I left it. It is a lower high. You are trapping some bulls, so I think it's likely to work, but you never quite know what's going to happen, do you? You're having logging issues, are you? I've been okay at the moment. No issues so far. Okay, so price did come down. Restarted your PC. Yeah, sometimes that's the best thing to do. Just reboot everything and hopefully. Little Hammer, how you doing? You can't log in either. Strange, isn't it? What I get sometimes is NinjaTrader just won't open. So if you get that, when NinjaTrader won't open, if you go into Task Manager, if I do it here, if I go into Task Manager, let me have a look, here, and then select NinjaTrader, right-click and click End Task, and then if you go back into the NinjaTrader icon, right-click on it and click Run as Administrator, and try opening that way. You can't log in anyone. Like a car, yeah. It's not brilliant, is it? So, sorry about yesterday. I meant to say, actually, I had a dentist appointment at 3:45 yesterday afternoon for I had a fill-in a while ago and I went to see the hygienist and give him a sort of a clean and a polish. Okay, so quick question. You'll see I've made some profit here. So what I decided to do, because it's so slow at the moment, there's not a lot of trades around, I decided to trade 2 of my accounts on 2 contracts. So at least those 2, because if I don't get a wage for the next couple of months, I'm going to have to go back to work part-time, because it's taking time to grow my accounts. So I decided just to set 2 of them for 2 points. So I went in when I got to my computer, and I deleted the tick for how many contracts on 2 accounts. So then all of a sudden I saw that trade, which was an absolute beauty. Now, as far as a second entry short failure like that, clearly ranging, trades never look that good. I mean, that is as good as it gets. So I deleted the amounts of contracts. So I changed it to 2 and I decided to just double up. Now, I did it on those 2 accounts. I was very tempted to do them all, but I couldn't open them quick enough. So I just did them on the 2. Now, that is an absolute beauty. We've got a clear channel down there. You can see it's touching there, touching there, touching here. Beautiful channel, clear push up, break new high and a lower high. But a second entry short failure, they don't look any better than that, and you can clearly see you didn't take any heat on that at all. Clearly worked beautifully. So I ended up trading 4 contracts and getting, I think I worked out 2.75 points. So I boosted my accounts, those 2 accounts, by $640 odd, which is good because I need to start getting a wage. So what a great start. I mean, you don't see charts like that, you really don't. So possible second entry short here. May work, probably going to come down here, but because it's so low, I'm staying out of this because it could do either or. Now, I was just going to do that. Thomas Ways just put that, in which case it doesn't look that bad. The only slight issue I have, when we've had a bounce close to the bottom, you just never quite know when it's going to trigger you and push up. But it did work. And not only that, it was a little bit above the EMA. EMA's a bit flat. And when you've had this channel with 2 pushes down, you got close. You've got to be a little bit careful. And not only that, there's not a huge amount of larger orders on Bookmap at the moment. So I've changed my screen around a bit. I've made this a little bigger because someone said... well, someone asked if I could make this a little bigger, so I've made these 2 sides a little bigger so you can see it. Now, I'm on one screen, but when I try to log in for a second instance, it's not working. So if you are, be careful, because the server may not. Can't say enough. Why do channels forming off clear legs and not channels? Well, that's not strictly true. I put these just as a rough guidance. It's not necessarily true, because a lot of times we do have legs. And from a Pat's point of view, you'll see Mac mark them all the time. It obviously depends how you trade, but a lot of the times we will go into these type of channels. Now, it is 2 legs down, which is why I left that, because it's more of a range. But I marked that just to see that it's pushed off there. But it depends how you trade. But you know, sometimes I mean, he's put it down because it is working off there. But it depends how you trade. You'll see some people who put legs and then change them. So from those 2 legs down, it wouldn't work. It didn't look right. But when you get in a bounce here, you get 2 legs up and a bounce here, you get 2 legs up and a bounce there. This could have continued down in that kind of format. Now, because we're at the bottoms here, because it's ranging, I wouldn't be thinking about going short, because yeah, it's a second entry short, but we've had 1, 2, 3 bounces right along here, so I wouldn't be taking that personally. You can clearly see we've got some support there, so there is enough space. There is enough space. Let me a sec. Ninja down for me as well. Yeah, there's quite a few people down, I think, isn't there? Let's be careful trying to place an order. RN. Try to log in. RN. What's RN, bud? Not sure what you mean. RN. RN right now. I'm not sure what RN is, mate. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, right now I see what you mean. Gotcha. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just toggle off on my Replicanto menu. Let me just click a buy order there. Everything seems to be working okay. I've got the one account up.
Order cancelled.
Everything seems okay for me. I have taken a trade earlier, but so we've got a channel up. Where's this going? Further up or down? IKR. Oh, go on. What's that then? So we've got a channel up. I don't know where that's come from. Maybe there were some orders there. I don't know. There is a failure there, but this is working up. Second entry. Well, sorry, it's not a failure. It's a second entry long, but it's working up. So it's hard to say whether it's going to push up or come down. So far. Yeah, there's quite a few people that can't log in. Yeah, certainly worth Ah, right, yeah. Marco can't as well. I'm already logged in. Internal server error. Okay, yeah, just be a little bit careful. 2 legs down. Well, we've got channel up with the brake, a little bit of sideways. Is this thing going to launch down or is it going to go up? You could argue there's a little breakout there. Actually, that is a second entry short. It's just 23 ticks. It's massive. No, Marco can't either. I'll just put a little post on here. There's a few saying they can't. Marco can't either. Loads of people having issues. So, yeah, you're not on your own, bud. There's quite a few today. You got this happened before. It rarely happens, to be fair. So, hopefully, fingers crossed they get it sorted quick. Certainly not trading at the moment. This is right in the middle of this range. There is a second entry short there, which is triggered, but I don't like the bar. It's right in the middle of this. Yeah, to be honest with you, there's not a lot of strong orders at the moment. There's one or two slightly larger ones, 104, but most of them are around the 20, 30, 40, 50 mark, which is quite low. Now, it is ranging at the moment, so there's obviously going to be less traders trading this. Having said that, I still expect to see some around about the 65 area, and there's not a huge amount. Now, I believe NinjaTrader's quite a large broker, isn't it? Now, I can't see it as large as it is. There's probably going to be a few traders not trading, but I can't see how that makes a difference on this with institutional traders. Obviously, they don't use NinjaTrader, so I just wonder whether that would make some of the orders less, possibly slightly, but not enough to make a big difference. I wouldn't have said so. News in 15 minutes. Yeah, good point. Good point. Good point, yeah. So maybe that's why it's a little bit, I mean, usually it does go dark. I didn't think of that, to be fair. Someone said Tradeovate is down. Any of you guys that can't log in on Tradeovate? I'm on Rhythmic. So whether it's Tradeovate, this Tradeovate's not working. Okay, so if you're with Rhythmic, I think you're okay. Tradeovate Ninja. Oh, are they really? Rhythmic's an issue as well, is it really? Tradeovate owned by NinjaTrader. Are they really? I didn't know that. I don't know, Kirk. No idea, but I don't know too much about the nuts and bolts of the mechanics of it all, really. I don't know anything. That's the trouble as a retail trader. You don't always know these things, do you? We're sort of, we're a bit like mushrooms, aren't we? Kind of fed on shit and kept in the dark as a retail trader. You're stuck in a little room by yourself, so you don't know too much about it. NinjaTrader bought Trader about 3 years. It does ring a bell, actually, yeah. I heard a rumour a while back that I think it was NinjaTrader were going to have their own prop firm. I don't know whether how much truth to that or not. I don't know. Actually, I can't log into NinjaTrader, so maybe Rhythmic. Okay, yeah. So, just incidentally, sometimes when I open NinjaTrader and type in my password and click OK, it won't open. It does that now and again. So what I then do is close it down from the taskbar. So if I go into Task Manager, let me have a look. So if I go into Task, if anybody doesn't know this, you probably do. If you find your NinjaTrader, so click on your NinjaTrader, right click it and click End Task, that kills it, shuts it down properly. And then if you right click on the NinjaTrader icon on the desktop and then scroll down, you'll see it there. You'll see a menu open up. Click Run as Administrator. It might open, or you might have a little something in your taskbar that looks like a little grey and yellow shield. Click on that. And then put your password in as normal and try open it that way. Now, whether that'll help or not, I don't know, but I'll give it a go. If you log out and try and log in again, I don't want to do that, mate. I might not be able to get back in. Shall I? Shall I have a go? All right, let's have a go. The thing is, I can trade now. You lot can't. That doesn't mean I should suffer. Go on then. Let's have a log out. Okay, it's just IB password. I think you can see it anyway. There was an unknown error logging in. Great. I can't get in now. There was an unknown error logging in. Please contact support. Okay. Let's try it the other way. Have a look. So, run as administrator. So, if you do ever open it, run as administrator, you get this little thing down here. Just double click that, click yeah, and then put your password in as normal. See if that helps. No, it won't let me. There was an unknown error logging in. Damn, I can't get in now. I shouldn't have listened to you. Welcome to the... That's an odd one. Let's have a look. Let's see if Nut is in. Anybody else? Where's Nut's stream? Hold your horses. Nut is in. That's odd. No, I can't get in now. I shouldn't have listened to you. Why do we all need to suffer? Yeah, Nut is in. Mind you, it depends when you got... if you logged out before the server error, you still appear to be in. If you logged out before the server error, you still appear to be in. Oh, is that what it is? It's odd, isn't it? Logged out from prop logins. Got logged out. All right. Well, if anyone logs out now and tries again, you won't be able to get in. So why would you want to place your order? Yeah, I'm not too fussed about it, to be fair. Yes, I'm not in there at all. So, yeah, odd. Yeah, strange. I suppose all we can do is keep trying. It's It's just not accepting the password, is it? Oh, you know what that means? I'm going to have a whiskey. If it's not a working day, it's a drinking day. No, odd. Apex will cover your losses. Yeah, they normally do. They have done in the past. I'm up a bit today just on the 2 accounts, so it fixed my day. You may well have done, mate. You may well have done. So you force me now that I can't trade, and I'm forced to go and drink some scotch. Strange, isn't it? So there's no point in carrying on, is there, if I can't get in? There was an unknown area, log it in straight. Okay, nothing to do. It's a shame as well, because it's the last day of the 90% off. So if there's anybody who's picked up or wants to trade evals, mind you, you can still purchase them. You just don't need to. You don't need to trade them. Odd, strange. Well, I don't think I'm just. Let me see if I can stitch Nutty up, and just what I might do is just tell him that Ninja Trader has said, whatever you do, don't trade, log out first and log back in. That'll stitch him up as well. No, I won't do that. So look. Yeah, I think. Is anybody else you want me to screw over? Let's no, they're not. What's he trading on? Trouble is, you don't know how long it's going to take. It could be 10 minutes. Ooh, hold on. Ben, you're in. Yeah, mine's opening as well. Oh, happy days. We may be lucky after all. Is this opening? Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Okay, so seems like we're golden, I think. Well, that was pretty quick. That was quick, and I thought, oh, I nearly ended up being stuck drinking scotch all day. That would have been horrendous. Got a day off. You're in as well, are you? Good on you, mate. Good on you. So, as soon as this opens, we should be golden, I think. You watch, we're going to take a loss today now. Here we go. News in 5 minutes. Yeah. What time is it now? Yeah. There's my 5-minute warning there. What's it doing, though? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so fantastic. Let me just check everything's working. Let me just open a quick buy order.
Order submitted.
They're all there. Is it on the left side? It is.
Order cancelled.
Okay, we're good, I think. So yeah, just keep in mind, folks, with the little interruption, you might have forgot there's news in about 4 minutes. It is high impact news as well, so you never know, it might do nothing, it might go away. We had nothing earlier. There was a bit of news before I took that trade earlier. It was around about here, and about here or something, it did nothing really, if you noticed. So clearly ranging at the moment, up and down, up and down. Oh, do you know what? It's such a shame I didn't get here a bit earlier. Otherwise, I'd have traded all my accounts on that. I just managed to do two. The ones I decided to trade 2 contracts in, but I deleted the contract box, so I just set it to 2. The trade was that good, I decided to double up, and I thought it was worth it. Trades like that just don't fail, and it worked beautifully. So everything's up and running, everything's up and working, goody. So we'll just sit back and when's the news? 3.5 minutes. Okay, tell you what, I'm just going to take a quick few-minute break while the news is here. Make a quick cup of tea, just literally a few minutes. Let me just make myself a bit dark. It's a bit. There we go. I'll be about 3 minutes. I'll make a quick cup of tea and I'll be back. That's not the news. So 2 legs down. So clear range. Is this going to fail? We've got news coming up any second now. Now look at this. We've had a big move down, a little bit of a pullback. Where's this going? Okay, so yesterday, highs of yesterday, we've pulled back right to that 50% line. You can see bounce, and strong move down. So is this going to continue down to these lows, possibly even here? Certainly could do. It's pushing down super strong, isn't it? Can't see this failing. So me just, so the news is done and dusted. I'm going to put that like that, showing a small break and a new low. Lofi, how you doing, pal? How you doing? So, is this thing now going to continue down? But yeah, you can see this area here is the 50% level for this move down. So you can see once, twice, 3 times, and another 3 attempts, and another push up, and the thing just torpedoed down. The news pushed it down a touch, but not enough. It was coming down already before the news kicked in around about here. We had one bar. You wouldn't have even known the news. Not really, but you missed an absolute beauty of a trade there. Channel down, channel, mini channel break, new high, lower high. So second entry short, lower high, failure. Absolute brilliant trade, that is. They don't often look that good, to be fair. So get rid of this now. Anyway, we don't need it. So yeah, worked beautifully. I mean, you can tell it didn't take anything more than a tick of heat, that is, which you'd expect there. But I mean, that first bar went down 5 points, so really easy trade that, and a nice one as well. We don't see many of these. That's my type of trade, that is. Channel like this, break of it, second entry short stroke, lower high, then down for a second leg. This is my bread and butter kind of trade, this is. It's just a shame I don't have all my accounts set up by then. Absolute beauty. If I could get one of those a day, I'll be a wealthy man. So, clearly had a break. You can see it here in a new low. If this wasn't, this is. That doesn't fit into a channel now. We're losing a little bit of momentum. Now, as I say, I wouldn't be shocked if we had a quite a bearish day today. We had one yesterday. I mean, that was super bearish again. Mind you, it's been like this, isn't it? What's that, 140 points? We had one the day before, didn't we? Bullish move, slightly larger. So, I mean, they're really big moves. God, if you can get in here, down here, and you know what you're doing, there's a potential for a massive amount of profit there. It depends how you trade it, really. We've got a channel down here with a break and a new low. If you decided to take a go on a higher low or something like that and held it, trouble is you never know it's going to do that, so it's just unfortunate. But yeah, really bearish day. Bullish day, bearish day yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one today. So, channel break, new low. Now this could continue down. Yeah, it was a beauty. You don't see many trades like that anymore. You really don't. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a bit of a phase we're going through. But I was looking back a week or two ago on some of my old charts, and granted, some of the trades were absolute shite, but there was some nice setups in there. We don't seem to get a lot at the moment. I don't quite know why. So, sellers at slightly larger sellers at just below 25, which if this thing's going to continue down, leg and a leg, it may well. I certainly won't want to go short or long at the moment. We've got a leg up. There could be a second entry long. This could push up, take out that bar there, or it could come down. It looks like it could be a bearish day today. Someone's got this. I don't quite know how they've done that. They've done it like this. Doesn't really work on my chart. Mr. Balls. Nice guy he is. He's on, what's his chart? Sorry, he's on Vlad's Discord. He's got it like that, fitting. 2000 tick chart. I don't quite know how he's got it because it don't work for me. It takes us over here somewhere. Okay, so channel break, push up, second entry long, new high. If you got in short there, it stung you because we've already had a break and a new low, so I will be avoiding shorts like that, regardless of how good they look. So is this reversing? Are we going to test this area? There was some sellers there. Or is this thing going to come down? So let me just see whether this could. Yeah, does that look like a possible channel up? Not necessarily. It's just 2 legs to me, so I want to see what it does here, whether it comes down now. But EMA is a bit flat. It closed above the EMA, so it would have to be a lower high for me, or a failure. There's the new low there. There's the first entry. Disco, how you doing, buddy? TDL, does Thomas Wade live when you subscribe, or does he post? Does Thomas Wade live when you subscribe? I'm not sure what you mean there, bud. Or does he just post those after the fact? Okay, so I think I know what you mean. So he's got a Discord, bud, this one here. And he posts his charts literally every 5 minutes, every few minutes. There's one there at 36. There's one there 5 minutes later. There's another one there. There's another one there. So he posts these regular. So it's useful that you can see some of these, but you can join his Discord and all his bits and pieces. I think it works out about $30 a month, I think. Something like that. But he's a nice guy, Thomas Wade is. He's good at what he does. He's just a real gentleman. But he posts his charts, so if you're not sure what's going on and you want a little bit of an extra, but he's got an academy as well with all sorts of bits and pieces on. So he's a nice guy. So yeah, he posts it. Looks like that broke the charts. Yeah, so the bigger chart I'm not so sure about. This now is starting to move up, possibly like a larger channel. But it could still drop down. So is there a larger channel? There certainly could be. We've got 1, 2 touches there. It's fitting nice on the top. So yeah, why not? It may be. But that channel's played out. I've got the type one with a break and a new low. So you've got to give it a bit of space. I certainly wouldn't want to be going long here. That's quite a big breakout from this. My guess is we could come lower. I'd certainly expect it to retest the overnight lows, which is kind of where we're at. He posts his chart every 10 minutes or so, talks through his thoughts, which he says setups considered, both before and after the fact. He's a really nice guy. I've spoken to him, messaged 1 or 2. He just messaged me out the blue maybe 6 months back, and he said he's got some free take profit trader. He's got some take profit trader evals. Did I want one? Which I thought was really nice. I said, well, is there something I can do for you? So, I put his little advert on my... it's all about helping each other, isn't it, in this business, I think. So it was good enough to do that. So I thought, yeah, I'll put a little advert. And what I do now and again with him and Dan is I bring these charts in just to say what I'm talking about. But obviously, people ask them. It gives them a little bit of advertisement anyway, so that, but I would absolutely recommend either joining Thomas Wade's or Dan's. They're both really nice, genuine people. I will say Thomas Wade posts his chart a little bit more than Dan. So if you're relatively new and you want to see charts, that may suit you more. But equally, Dan's a really clever trader. So, you wouldn't go far wrong by joining his either. I've been gleaning tremendous value over Thomas Wade. Yeah, fantastic. He's a good trader, and what I like about him as well, he's comfortable with losses and he's comfortable with posting losses. Very few traders do that, and that says a lot about a trader. I think a lot about their character. So I've never ever heard anything negative ever from Thomas Wade. I haven't from Dan, to be fair, but Thomas Wade does come over as an absolute gentleman. Look how nice that channel's fitting there. Look how many times it's fitting perfectly on the top. Perfectly. Much better on the left side. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely. He is the best. Yeah, he's a nice guy. There is some nice people in this space, in this business. There is. And you know, it's tough. It's a tough business to be in, especially when you're learning and you're relatively new. So you can never have enough friends in this business. You know, I'll chat to Marco regularly via Facebook Messenger and stuff. I'll chat to him a few times. I haven't spoken to him since Christmas, but usually once a week or something like that, I'll have a little chat, or he'll ask me how I'm doing or how he's doing. And same with Dan occasionally, but and then a lot of you guys via Facebook Messenger. So as I've said many times, you can message me on Facebook if you ever want to chat about anything or something's on your mind or whatever. I'm happy to do that. It interests me. It's as well as being a business for me, it's an interest. So, you know, if you're interested in something, I don't mind talking shop anytime. What do you think of the second entry yesterday? What time was it? 6:40. 6:40, round about here. Second entry short. Looks all right to me, that does. So, now, how would I see that? So we've got a leg down with a correction, a push down, and up and drop. So what I'd be doing is thinking of putting that something like that, and then there. So where was the setup? That was it there. So I would probably have done that, which is a channel down. Yeah, beauty. Really, really good, strong second entry long channel down there with a break, 2 attempts to push higher. It's a really good looking trade. It's a shame I wasn't trading it. I'd have jumped all over that. Yeah, absolute beauty. So we got a channel down with a bit of a correction, and then another channel down. Touch, 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 with a break, 2 legs up. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 9 3/4 out of 10. That nothing wrong with that at all. If that stem was a tiny touch lower and that was a tick higher, that would be a 10 out of 10. That one. But trades like that really just don't fail. You'll win trades like that 98 times out of 100. You really will. They just don't. You show me a setup like that didn't work, you won't find them. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot of them. Now, I said that earlier. With that trade today, we don't get a lot of setups, but I would consider both those setups as brilliant setups. And we've got 2 in 2 days. So, fingers crossed. 2 legs up, lower high. That wasn't terrible. Trouble is, it's around the middle. News wasn't far away. So, but yeah, absolute beauty that was, mate. All you need to do is sit and wait for those, and if you take a couple of them a week with a bunch of accounts, you'll do well. There's a triple test there. Now, it's tempting, that is, because we've got a break. I'd expect a new high, but we've already attempted a new high, and there is a little bit of support and resistance here, so I'm leaving this alone, this triple test. For one, it's a bit risky, because this may be, you know, having a break. I still think this could come down, and it's 22 ticks. So it's another reason I'm leaving this one, because this may just drop. We have had a break and an attempt to make a new high, but we could attempt again and fail. So on 22 ticks, I'm leaving that one well alone. Now, having said that, there are some sellers at 45, which is not far away, but I just... I expect a new high, but as we've already made one attempt, that's a little bit risky for me. It does look like it's working. It's actually a quadruple test, so that might be why. So it would have to get there for me. Is there enough room to the tops? But I could probably come back a little bit. Let's say about there. So it would have to hit there for me. Looks like it's going to work. There's going to be stops here. It's a little choppy, but it is a bit rangy, and this is the bottom of the range. We've had a break, so you'd probably expect it to make a new high. But my guess is for the day, with this kind of bouncing off the 50%, I still think there's a good chance we could get a bearish day today. Not that that should alter your decision if chart's going in one particular way. You didn't get a good bar on it. Yeah. A lot of the time they'll do this and they will eventually work, but my only slight concern is we got overnight lows here. It's going to work, I think. Channel. Let's have a look. So we've got a channel break, an attempt at a new high, but we've had 3 bounces up here, and that always makes me a bit nervous. And look, this looks like it's failing to me. If it breaks below there, there's going to be some stops along there. It still may have a bounce. But it wouldn't have worked for me. I'd have been a couple of ticks short. It may hold. But because of the overnight lows here, it's a little bit choppy. I think it's a little bit dangerous. It is a second entry long. It certainly worked for a scalp, but for 3 points, it's not going to work for me, or it wouldn't have worked as of yet. So if you took 2 points or anything like that, 1.5, 2 points a point, it worked. It may still push up. We've still had a bullish bar there, so it's trying to hold. If it gets above that bar there, the lower high there, it may have a quick surge up. The trouble is, where it's doing this a little bit. That worries me. We below there? Yeah, see, that would have failed for me. Just not quite enough. A tick above there. I would have to go up another tick or 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, so 1, 2. It would have fallen 2 ticks too short there. Now, if I'd have got in right on the close of it, I think I'd have just got out right on the close. But it's the trouble is when we have a range here. Now, a lot of the times they'll fail. That's pushed quite a bit too low for me, to be honest with you. And I'd like to be failing along the bottom, and we're chopping in. So when it's doing like this, it just makes it, you don't know whether we're going to rock it up for a second leg or whether we're going to reject. So this is not my type of triple test, to be honest with you. Yeah, it is. See, the general overall with this big move down yesterday, these bounces are all around that 50% level. So it's struggling to get up, really. But you never know. We could get a second leg. It's always possible, but at the moment, I want to stay well out of this. It gets a bit trappy. What I will say is, so far all the bearish bars haven't been stopped out as yet, but I wouldn't hold my hopes. If you took that bullish bar, trigger just stopped you out. Took that bullish bar, eventually it stopped you out. So it's doing more damage to the buyers and the sellers at the moment, but that could just all change in a second. And there we go. Above there, there'll probably be 2 lots of stops there and possibly here. So I won't be surprised if it has a quick flush out. But then we could have another leg up. It's always possible. So any stops, that one, that one, that one, that one have all gone now. It's just a shame if you took that one for 3 points and it took you out for a couple of ticks and would have worked in the end. It's infuriating, that is, sometimes. I have got a 10,000 tick chart on here as well at the bottom. I'm keeping an eye on this. Sometimes this can give you a bigger overall picture just at a quick glance. We've got a leg up with sideways, so we could get a second leg. But I'm skeptical because of this big move down. I mean, literally, we've just had this overnight, and we are struggling. So I'll keep an eye on that as well. So any stops there have been taken out now. Let's see what sort of reaction we get. So sellers there, as we thought, 45. There's some at 50 as well. You just never know. I mean, we sit and look at these charts every day, and a lot of the time they are pretty predictable, but there are other times where you get just the odd day once in a while where it does completely different than you think. And that's that multiple personality thing that Mac talks about. The way this is pushing up now with this, you'd quite likely expect another leg. But we dropped out of this range quite considerably. So, yeah, I'd expect it to fail around here, but it didn't. It went down quite strong. So, anyway, that channel now has had a break and made a new high, so that channel is played out. So if it doesn't go up here into a second leg, my guess is it's going to be a bearish day for the rest of the day, unless it sweeps this lot first. But usually when we bounce like that and then push up, usually that bottom line usually stays safe because we've cleared out any previous liquidity. It may stitch these ones up, but usually that bottom line is where it's safer. But we know it's struggling, so this could just have a drop. There's not going to be much in the way of liquidity left. All this stuff will have gone. So probably possibly bouncing here. So if we can get back above here, there may just be 2 attempts to push higher and it still could come down, but we've got sellers up here and here, so it could go up for a second leg. I mean, look at that 42 tick bar. Straight up, no bother. So we're hitting some sellers there and some sellers there. I took that, failed short. As Vladdy Starly made trap, it worked fast and immediately. You know about that one there? See, that was the failure, wasn't it? There, second entry short and never triggered. So 1, 2. That was the failure there, but I see what you mean. So there's the first entry, there's your second entry, and there's a recount there, isn't there? So it doesn't matter anyway, but you can see it's holding along there. If I brought that line down a fraction, you can see once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, it's holding along there. So it has managed to push in and just have a couple of bounces. So that's probably a lot to do with why it pushed up, and obviously having larger buyers up, larger sellers up here. My charts are way off yours, bud. Missing a lot of info. Refresh multiple times and still not. Let me just reload mines. I haven't reloaded it since I opened it. I just hope this doesn't change. I haven't took a photo of it yet. It should stay the same, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Hold on a minute. What is going on? There's a whole load missing there. Doesn't make a difference. Look at the difference. We had a drop out there. That's flipping odd, that is. That is weird. I'm missing that move down. How strange is that? That's flipping weird. It won't make a difference of end of day because this has got end of day checked. So end of day is deselected there and it'll be selected here. So that is weird. That is odd. Oh my God. Oh yeah, there's a few other people getting that. Same data out the button, skip 25 minutes of data. On my charts. It's a while now. Yeah, I thought we were behind all that. It seemed to work, didn't it? That's weird, isn't it? We still might get our Scotch day after all, or my Scotch day. Let me just reload again. I'll try and reboot it in a minute, see if that helps. Trouble is, if it is messing around. The thing is, I mean, okay, Apex might cover their issue, it cover your losses if Rhythmic's down or Trader 8's down, but if it's a Ninja Trader issue, they may go, well, it's Ninja Trader and loss. You don't know, do you? Let's just... let me just toggle off on my replicanto. I don't like it when I leave it on. Let me just reboot it and see if it makes a difference. Trouble is, it looks like it's fixed, but has it? Have they just sorted some of it? Okay. Let's try connect it, see if that makes a difference. Trouble is, if there's data missing like that, in my opinion, it's not safe to trade it. Just clear the data and reopen instrument, and it's fixed it for me. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's just shut it down a minute. Let's go into my documents. Let me just download the DB file and the tick file. Yes. Select all, delete. CL, might as well do that while I'm here. Select all, delete. Okay. Let's empty me. Where's my trash folder? Let's just empty that. Let's try logging in again, see if that makes any difference. Clear them all. See, I used to have an app from Apex that I downloaded from Apex that does it all. I used to do that at the end of every day, but I've got to do it manually now. So what have you deleted? Log and data. Temp, log and data. See, what I usually do is go into my DB file and then into my tick data and just delete those. As far as I know, that's all I had to do. I'm not sure. As I say, I used to have a little app But when I changed my computer, I couldn't figure out how to get it back. I've got bloody nothing. Okay. Okay. Finally got it back. Good. Excellent. Okay. So it worked doing that. Anyway, that's the main thing. Cool for that. Now, let me just... okay, let me just switch these accounts on and just see that everything's opening first. All right. Okay, so got crude oil news. That's done now, isn't it? So I'm just going to open up a
Order submitted.
Okay, they're all working fine. It's fine on that side as well.
Order cancelled.
Okay, so fingers crossed that might have solved the problem. Perhaps that's what I had to do. So 2 legs up. Where's this thing going now? 2 legs down. Is this coming down now? We've only managed to just get above that EMA. We hit them sellers. You can see it, market pushed up and pulled back down. So 2 legs up. Now, as much as I think that's possibly 2 legs down for now, let's just do that for now. So we got 2 legs. Cleared all my stuff. Still doesn't work. What did I do? Okay, so I'll show you on this one. So I open up my files. I click on Documents, double click NinjaTrader 8, double click on the DB file, and then click on the tick folder. And that'll show you that I've got in there, I've got NQ, MES, and ES. Just double click on one of them, click select all, and just delete it. And then go back. Just go through all of them, depending on what you've got there. But certainly the ES, that's what I did. And then just just empty your recycling bin. So I'll show you one more time quickly, just in case you don't know. So you click on Documents file, NinjaTrader 8, DB file, tick folder. And then if ES, just double click on that, select all, and just delete it. I do that. I used to do it at the end of every day. I do it every other day now. And that'll clear any backlog data or any stored data. I don't exactly know what it does, to be fair. Okay, so that's Mac's chart we got there. So he's pretty much got the same as us. Chop it up and down, 2 legs down, leg up. So then I was unable to do chart lesson yesterday. I still had energy power situation, which went until 9 p.m. Price of rallies. Yeah, so he's got the same as us. He's got that down there. So everything seems to be working okay now. So fingers crossed. Now, what's price doing? Price is doing what I thought it might do at the moment. So I'm going to extend that and see if it fits, and it does. So we had that 2 initial legs. And now I've adjusted this. This looks like it's fitting quite nice. So if we can get below here, maybe have a break here, test the underside. My guess is it could go down. I don't think there's any type of a larger channel there. Maybe there is. I don't like it. Mac might mark it eventually. Who knows? That's the type of chart he marks, but it's a bit weird to me. So yesterday's lows down here. Big move down there. All these bounces here at the 50% level for this move down, so this could come down. In fact, let's do that the right way. Put it at the top and pull it down to there. The bottom will fit better. Yeah, there we go. That fits much better. Fitting perfectly at the bottom. So if we can get a break here, and retest this level. I'm just going to take a bathroom break. I'll be 1 minute. Okay. So, didn't work for you. No, it's strange, mate. I'd just maybe try it again or try and reboot it and see if that helps. Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it? This is a lovely fitting channel. If we can get 2 legs up now and test this underside, that would certainly interest me. So we're ranging. We've had a channel up with a break, 2 pushes or 3 pushes, made a new high, only got up to the midline. My guess is this is going to continue down. I feel like it's a trade of it problem still, really. Seems like rhythm issues are fine. Yeah, it's hard to know sometimes. I'll tell you what you probably could do is just jump onto the Apex website or something like that, and usually they'll make a bit of a statement or put something on. Even less bars now. Strange, isn't it? Everything's opening okay.
Order submitted.
I got no issues there on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So all my accounts are opening okay.
Order cancelled.
So far, so good. Strange. You're short, are you? Yeah, it's looking bearish to me, that's for certain. You didn't lose any money, Armanas, did you? This is flicking around for me. This is... What's going on? Something's happening. Just a massive amount of buyers there. There's no news that I'm aware of. That's weird, that is. It's unusual to get a channel like that and just rock it up. I mean, we've gone up, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 points straight up. You lost the one trade. Oh, mate. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. Yeah, just got to be really careful today. Market's just shot up 27 points. There's some news that's caused that. That's not a normal move like that. Unless it cleared liquidity. I don't know. That's strange, that is. It's frustrating, isn't it, when we're having problems. The trouble is, you don't know who to blame. I think the one thing is, just if you do open a trade, just make sure it's got a stop. So everything, so worst comes to worst, if you open a trade, it should open and close the same way. Now, if something freezes, it should still work. But just make sure you got a stop. I know some people trade without a stop. I don't. It's not for me. If you just never quite know if something's going to go wrong. So channel break. It's a bit weird today. This is. to break like that and just to shoot up so quick. Unless we just got a lot of traders in there, but that seems a bit weird to me. It's clearly a channel. Touch, touch, touch. Fits perfect down the bottom. Okay, channel break new height. That's weird. Speedy, how you doing, buddy? Just be a bit careful today, mate. There's a few NinjaTrader issues, or they seem to be NinjaTrader. It's playing up a little bit. I just lost a bunch of data here, and eventually it came back. So everyone's reporting a few problems. So just be a bit careful today, bud. Just coming home from work. Yeah. That ATR's over 5 as well, so yeah. It's been actually pretty good. Great setup. Pre-market, that was a beauty. You can see your leg with a break new high, 2 perfect legs up. Lovely channel working down, channel break, new high, lower high, second entry short, failure, lower high. Beautiful trade that was, and you can see how well it worked. Came back, ticked up, dropped straight down 5 points or whatever it was, 4 3/4 points. Really nice. And someone else, I can't remember, it was mentioned yesterday. Another trade yesterday, another nice trade, that one there, second entry short. I mean, as far as shorts go, there's nothing nicer to see your bar reacting, sitting hugged underneath like that. That was really nice, that was. So 2 good trades I could see. I can't see anything else. I didn't trade much yesterday. I had a dentist appointment I'd forgotten about. So this was yesterday's, wasn't it? I normally have a look. Is that yesterday's? Yeah, it was. I mean, super bearish day. Was a couple of legs up there. That one didn't trigger anyway. It didn't trigger above it, but that was an absolute beauty. And the trade today, trust, I swear everyone's is different. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on at the moment. So we got that nice channel down, break new low. Was there anything else I'd have taken? I usually go through the chart later, but I ended up messing around on. I'm trying to build myself a dashboard in Excel for me trade journal. Nothing really there. Nothing there. Couple of legs up. You got to wait for the move, really. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, mind you, to be fair, if you get one setup like that every day, you do really well. I mean, that's a really lovely setup, that. The only way that could be slightly nicer is if you were trapping a nice bull bar there. There's a bull bar there. I always like a higher low here. If that had been a nice bullish bar, that would have been even nicer. And then this is leading up into the lates, isn't it? Possibly a higher low there. Not so sure. It's getting a bit late now, isn't it? But yeah, really nice. And then what a great start to the day. It's just a shame I never had all my charts out. All my accounts selected. Then I'd have jumped all over that on all of them. Okay, so channel up with the bounce here. New high. Are we bouncing again? And you check if the people on your Discord have the same charts. Mine's different. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of reports of that, mate. Data missing. All I'd say is just check the obvious, that your 2000 tick chart. Click on this little button at the top here that looks like a little fist with a square around it, and just make sure you've got break at end of day selected. And that should more or less give you the same. It may be that there are issues and data's a little bit I'm really surprised that came in as strong. I thought that was after we 2 pushes up. After this move down, I thought this was for sure coming down. Look at that 41 tick bar. That's bloody massive. There are buyers at 30. Weird, isn't it? This is weird. Try aggregated and non-aggregated. I've never even heard of that, bud. Aggregated and non-aggregated. I don't know where that is. I've never even heard of that. Just goes to show you learn something new every day. You might have to explain that one, bud. When logging in on Rhythmic. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you could try that when logging in Rhythmic. Try it. See if that helps. I mean, some of these bars are huge. Look at that one. 41 ticks, 23 ticks. Trouble is, if you take a loss when prices like that, it messes with your head. It's a bit choppy. It's not doing what I expected it. Okay, sellers at 40. Sellers at 50. Right at the midline, just above the midline, and buyers at 30. So, yeah, sellers here, buyers here, so that might be why we're doing a bit of this. I'd really like to see this come down. Is this thing going to drop now? Okay, that big bearish bar's triggered now. Is this moving down? Yeah, there's a lot of randomness to this, isn't there? I didn't expect this. After that was coming down, I was looking for a nice second entry shorty to continue on down. Don't say that. I'll delete that last comment. No negative stuff. We've already had 2 good trades. That's about it. You never know, dear. I mean, things are looking better. They're just a little bit. There's a little bit more volatility today. That ATR is a little bit above 5. It's kind of where we'd kind of like it. I like it around about the 2.5, so I do something like that. I like to risk about 3 points if I can, and I go for 3 points. So around about the 2.5, to 3-ish. That's kind of where I like it. Works well for me, but it's a little bit larger today, isn't it? So there are some sellers at 2370 there. The ones at 40 on are strong. There's some at 50, just above that midline. So are we going to break here, pick up some more sellers and continue down? It's hard to say. It's very choppy today. It does look like a kind of a channel, so I think there's a fair chance it's going to push down below those lows. But if that is a channel, you can clearly see we're losing. It's fitting quite nice at the top, although, yes, it's down, but it's down quite choppy. But you can clearly see we're at the bottom here, and then we struggle to get down. So often that leads to a break, which we've had. Look at the size of that thing. So we get 3 bars up and then 1 bar down, the same size, more or less. Look at that. 30 ticks. Is that how much it was? 30 ticks. That's about 7.5, 8 points in it. That's a large loss if you get that wrong. Tick above, tick below, 8 points. Yeah. 8 points. That's falling. That's an $8,000 loss to me. That is. Screw that. I'll draw the line at that when it gets like that. I mean, I took that one. It was a little large, but on a setup that good, I don't mind taking a risk because 99 times out of 100, that's going to work. So what was that? It was 6 1/4. I got in right on the nail. So, sorry, 6 3/4. That's as large as I like. But it was I only took it on the two accounts. I just decided to trade 2 of my accounts with 2 contracts because it's just slow and I need to get some wages coming in. So I thought if I just trade 2 of them for 2 contracts, that'll get me to a payout level a bit quicker. So I literally just got into, I can open my Guardian Angel trader up to 230. Just in case I want to make any modifications, but I can't open it when I'm actually trading. So I just opened it and changed 2 accounts. I just deselected the tick where it says max contracts to trade. I never set 2, so I deleted that, and then I saw that trade. I changed it to 2, and I just hit the button twice. I thought it was worth the 4 contracts, and I got out just around about down here somewhere. It worked really well, so that had a nice little boost on those accounts, so that's what I needed. So if he pushes up, there is a second entry here, but it's above the EMA. It's a bit choppy and it can be a bit trappy, so I'm sitting tight here. That does look like a kind of a channel down, but the trouble is it's still choppy as well. So we're coming away, as you can see there, which most of the time leads to a break, which we've had. But this is that choppy at the moment. It's not what I would... Even though it's a second entry short, it would need to look much better for me there. One thing I like is we've cleared liquidity here and here. So that makes it easy to come down. But because it's choppy and these bars are large, I stay away from it, although it did work. But look how big some of these bars are. Another 30 tick bar. ATR is just too large. Okay, so channel, break, new low. So we had 2 attempts to go higher and then down. We didn't get a setup anyway. It was a little better on here, but when the bars are that big, that would need to be below the EMA for me. But it did what it was supposed to. So there are buyers at 27.50, just below, say there. Let's get rid of them. Some sellers up there. Let's get rid of them. That's not going up. Yeah, you don't want to get stung on a day like this, especially if you're trading a few accounts. It's very choppy in it today. Started off okay, then we had a bit of chop there, a load of chop here, now we're getting another load. Yeah, Dan's just mentioned that. Best trade of the day is the pre-market one. Yeah, that was an absolute beauty. Yeah, they just don't look that good. They rarely look that good. Trades like that just don't fail. They just don't. It's just wish we get a few more of them. Okay, so 2 attempts up. There is a triple test there, but I'm sitting tight here at the moment because the bars are large and it is very choppy. It looks like it's going to work, but I don't like this. It's looking kind of quite rangy. And the trouble is, if you're shorting around that middle, you never quite know when it's going to trigger you and push up. So I just don't like all this. So the simple thing is to do is just to sit out of this. It is for me anyway. It is kind of a triple test stroke lower high, but because it's weaving up and down, then I'm quite happy to stay out. That's not a bad looking trade, but look at the size of the bar. No, I'm not getting in here. It's getting a bit congested now. How far did that? If I got on a tick below it, no, I'd have missed that one as well. It may still come down, but that one I'd have missed by a tick. It would have to get a tick low. It may work. It would have to, yes. I mean, it would have worked eventually, but not before it came back and scared the life out of you. I mean, it's not a terrible looking trade. But I just don't like all this. This is not what I expected. It's not moving how I thought it would or go where I thought it would today. It's not a huge risk compared to what the day is, so it's 4.25 points. It's an odd day, isn't it? So I'm looking for sellers. There are some around there. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. But there are buyers around 16.5, which is there. Yes, $1,500, bud. 1,500. I think you got 4 contracts max you can trade on that one, I think. Not that I suggest trading that one, but... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't blame you, bud. I don't blame you. Someone else just posted that. Look, ducked again. Yeah, it does seem to be the way, mate. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. I'm being very cautious myself, to be honest with you. Last thing you want to do is get a loss when the ATRs... I mean, it's come down a little bit, but some of these bars... I mean, there was one there, 40 ticks. I'd say that's a sensible move, mate. Yeah, I'm certainly not in a rush to take a trade. It's hard to know who's responsible if something does go wrong. What I will say is, though, if you do enter a trade, just make sure you've got a stop. So at least if something does go wrong, it should play out normal. But you certainly want a stop there. You got it fixed, but it happened again. Yeah. Sometimes it's just not worth it, bud. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm going to do the same, actually. There's quite a few people talking about bars are still jacked up. I mean, if I was trading an evaluation or something like that, I wouldn't be too concerned, but I've got 20 accounts on the line, so something does go wrong. You don't know whose fault it is. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. How long we done? Just over an hour and 35 minutes. So it's a bit risky today. You never quite know. And if you've got live accounts or peer accounts, you don't have any issues. No. There's quite a few people saying, mind you, there's still quite a few people trading. It looks like it's working on my side now. We'll stay for a bit longer. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just keep an eye on it. Oh, I'm gonna hold. Oh, you done? Are you, bud? I'm gonna hold on for 10 minutes. See if anything changes. In fact, no. I'm gonna knock it on the head. Actually, it's just not worth risking it on a day like this. You just never quite know. If something goes wrong, I'll regret it. Let's have a look. Choose one day data series, reload it faster. I had the same issue. Yeah, some people are reporting bars like that. It's very choppy and the bars are large today. So I'm going to knock it on the head, folks, just for the day. It's just not worth it, really. At least I'm up 1,200, 1,300 for the day. So I'll leave you guys to it. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully things will be sorted out this afternoon and we'll be back as normal. So best of luck. Just be careful today if you do carry on trading. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Stay safe. Have a great evening. We'll catch up tomorrow. Bye for now.